what I was thinking about was at any life cycle of a business, some of our businesses are startups, others are 20 years old, as you've had, 15 years old, whatever. Each business already has a level of maturity. Now, what I was thinking about, and as a solution, we talked about solutions, was we can create a rating systems of businesses in terms of rating. We can say businesses that can demonstrate processes, systems, blah, 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 can be tier 1, and also capacity to execute can be tier 1. And then you can also have businesses in tier 4. Tier 4 also allows startups, any startup, to be able to come into a tier 4 business. Now, if you go and say you're going to implement a financial management system in the government, to be very honest, there's only one financial management system in the government that never been implemented, right? If you don't have Kenyan companies, at some point in those projects, what will happen, they will never be in a position to re-export that kind of capability, even across there in Zimbabwe or Angola or wherever. We will never be. We'll just be saying, okay, by the way, Avida financial management system in Kenya, no. Now, the way to do it is to try and insist on tenders that whoever is bidding for that financial management system, because it's $20 million, and I'm really in support of multinationals in this market. There's no way you can survive without multinationals. So let me not get misquoted. I'm not saying multinationals are bad or whatever. I think it's imperative to have them in this market. But we need to find a way to coexist. So it means, if we bid for that project, okay, the multinational bids for it, in the tender document, it's clearly written that 40% of the work should be given to level 1, level 2, level 3 companies. For instance, let me ask you, if you're coding, you're doing data migration, you really need to give the whole data migration to an international company. You go and give a big project of IP telephony to a global organization. Exactly. What effort does it take to go and implement IP phones in Kisumu? Right? So we need to find ways to coexist and put legal documents or legal framework that allows companies to subcontract, and not necessarily subcontract to briefcase companies, but subcontract companies that have shown capability.
All right, yeah. Paul, please respond very quickly to that, and we'll move in that way.
Just before, because it's talking about people, I have to take a different perspective.
Very, very briefly. Mbugua.
Yes, very simple. These two guys, Paul and Daktari, understand the issues, but there's an intersection between politics and business. So the question I raised yesterday is, do we also need to start thinking about people in parliament who actually understand what you're talking about, so that if Ndemo pushes that thing in there, it actually gets the sort of leader that it requires and gets a sort of push that it requires.
The people in parliament are elected by you.
Yes, which is why I said the Nigerian candidates. Do we as tech need to actually put someone in there who has an agenda that they know our Mike Sonko there will go and make noise about things that are pushed in?
Interesting comparison. Yes, Paul.